Welcome to Mic Check Waifu Waifu.
Mic check, waifu, King, tell him. Is that you?
It is 356. We're here.
This is episode 356 of Mic Check Waifu. As always, it's brought to you by Patreon. Patreon.com/Mic Check Waifu is where you can get early access to the video version of this podcast. So where you can get access to the pre-show, which goes live 2 days before this episode goes live. Which you go, blah, blah, blah. I'm keeping it. You get access to you get access to the after story, the bonus podcast, and shout out to the Patreon producers, Explicitly, the bro from Chaotic Culture Podcast. Check out Chaotic Culture Podcast. Fear, Semi Sensei, Frozen, T Money Fingers, Dad Needs to Talk. Check out Dad Needs to Talk Podcast. Death Scythe, aka Christian the Archivist, Rob Stone, Matthew H. the Great, and last but certainly not least, TK Does Gardening. Thank you so much for producing this and many other episodes of the podcast.
I like the gardening.
Shout out to gardening.
It's a good choice.
Gardening is a great choice. So if there is anybody out there gardening, good for you. Good for you. Mic Check Waifu is the anime podcast brought to you every Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. Central Time. I don't know why today. I can't get my words out, so it's going to be a real weird podcast.
Somebody going to tell you Mercury in retrograde.
Something. Anime podcast brought to you every Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. Central Time, where we bring you seasonal topics and discussions. As you can see, all the video watches of the podcast is summertime, so the summer layout is out. Shout out to Navi in her summer fit right here. What's up, girl? We got a big show for you today. We got some of the shows ending from spring, as well as some more picks from our community as far as their list goes, and we also have a topic of conversation that we brought up about 2 episodes ago, which was 354, where we discussed when passion hurts your art. When too much passion hurts your art, I should say. So a fun little episode for you today. I do agree. But starting off every episode as we do every week, what is your episode of the week this week? Teliano.
Nippon Sangoku.
Great pick, because that was going to be my pick, so I have to choose.
It was easily one of the best episodes this season, in my opinion.
Yeah, by a lot. I'm gonna go with Wistoria because that fight was insane.
Hear me out, because I was indeed on the edge of my seat through that entire fight.
Yeah, and it was incredible.
Yeah, I wasn't sure you was gonna pick that. I'm actually a little surprised.
I wasn't gonna pick it. I was gonna pick Nippon, but
I feel ReZero also. They've been staying in this bag. That's been crazy.
ReZero, we got 55 days until we get it back, bro. We're gonna talk about that at the end of the show anyway. And we also want to cover the next 3 episodes of Tanya, Saga of Evil, Tanya, Evil of Tanya, Saga Evil. I'm excited for that too. So, let's start off with the end of the spring season of the few shows that ended this week, including Nippon. No spoilers, so we're not going to spoil anything that happened in Nippon. Talk general thoughts on Nippon, the Sangoku period show. What's the actual title? Because I don't want to fuck this up. This deserves proper.
I like that. I like that you said it that way.
You know? A proper attention, because I do think everybody and their mom and cousin and auntie need to watch it. Shout out, I'm gonna give this shout out explicitly. Shout out to Dad Needs to Talk podcast. Dad Needs to Talk. This was not on, I want to say none of our radar, but I don't think Tel saw the post that Dad Needs to Talk posted about this. But this was his sleeper pick because everything else during the spring season he pretty much read. He chose this. At first, I was very not for it, didn't really care about it. But then Tel said he watched it and he thought it was great. So I'm like, okay. And when he talked about the first episode, kind of spoiled a big plot twist there. I enjoyed the first episode, but it wasn't enough to call it great yet. But everything past the third episode, or the third and on, was pure perfection. I want to say that this is probably one of the best directed anime I've seen since Ghost in the Shell, the original. I think it was the way it was structured took some getting used to in that first 2 episodes, because it was booming. I mean, it moved 100 miles per hour in the first 2 episodes with not a whole lot of attachment to anybody or anything. But again, the third and then on is when you start to fall into the rhythm of what the show is bringing to you, with the pacing and the way it's moving, with the narrator and the speeding through the stuff they did, which was end up being perfectly fine for this type of show. It turned out to be one of my favorite shows this season. I mean, if not top 15 of all time anime for me personally. It's truly that special. Nippon Sangoku, the 3 nations of the Crimson Sun, is 100% worth the watch. Now, Tell might not feel as strongly as I do about it, but it is so underrated and such a underrated gem that I am very stoked. And again, shout out to Dad Needs to Talk for bringing this to the attention of us, because I think it's well worth everything that I'm giving it right now. Big flowers.
So everything Polo said, I also highly agree with. And here's part of the thing that I find funny here. Polo saying it's top 15 worthy is crazy to me.
Oh, it 100% is, yeah.
So crazy. Because I knew that he was feeling this way when I was watching it, especially like these last few episodes, and kind of how like the story is coming to this climax, and then the way they wrapped it. Oh, brother.
Brilliantly done. Directed. It's just so perfect.
Yeah. It was a lot of artistry there in carrying that direction. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because I was watching, I'm even imagining how the person who's like saying this is how this angle should look. I almost feel like they definitely had to redo some of that over and over and over until they got actually what they wanted. But it has been a great show, and the way that they even presented some of these characters and their rivalries has been fun. I'm not gonna say fun. It's been, because I didn't feel like this show was fun, bro. I felt like this show was just like dynamic, if that makes sense. Like it had a lot of like stratagems and strategicness to it.
It depends on how you look at the word fun, though, right?
Yeah, because
entertaining.
Yeah, it was
it's
definitely
fun.
Entertaining. Yeah, and that's true. Entertainment is fun, and it was definitely entertaining. But it made me feel like I needed to be in the mind of a general, and just enjoyed it. It was great. I really enjoyed the show.
I got none of that. What I got was just pure fucking elation of just watching things move and play and go, and the conversations, the fucking everything. I just felt thoroughly entertained. Like it's so unique and special in the sense of like, yeah, strategic fucking shows are done a lot, and yeah, you have the super smart and mindful characters. But I don't think it's so hard to execute that to where it doesn't feel predictable and believable. This felt unpredictable and very believable, and in every sense of the word in this particular situation. It's honestly, I was just watching it every time in awe every time I would watch it. So I got so many screenshots from the show in particular that I was like, I have to go find something else to screenshot in order to make it the cover art, because it was the cover art 2 weeks in a row or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Of this podcast episode. This week, definitely going to be the episode. I mean, the cover art for this episode.
Which part? No,
right before our guy left us. Okay. Right when he showed up, just basically to I don't want to say anything. He showed up. Our guy with the glasses showed up to the general. And it was like this fucking scene, and it was like the sun beaming through the window, and it was beautiful. The show was pure art. Absolutely.
There's so many parts from this episode even that you could just choose, because it was all like beautiful, but it also was impactful.
Yeah. This show was 100% my show of this spring season. Like, and it's not even close. I do want to touch on Tell didn't watch it yet. He's going to talk about it next week a little bit. We're going to both talk about it a little bit more next week. But Atelier finished today, which is Monday. We're recording this, unfortunately. Not unfortunately, but so he didn't get to watch it. I'm gonna just say, I said this in Discord, but maybe it's controversial. I'm a little bored.
No, it's not.
I'm a little bored. Yeah. And even with this last episode, I'm gonna just say it had more going on. Don't care a lot about anything. It looks pretty still. It looks gorgeous. And again, the magic system is interesting. It's just not a lot of, I don't have a lot of excitement for it.
So this one, when it first episode, it gave me a lot of whimsy. You know what I mean? A lot of like freedom. And I feel like, and I know this is going to sound crazy, but just ride with me when I say this, right? It should have gone the opposite direction of Made in Abyss. Oh. And I say that in the sense of like Made in Abyss was so like almost like despairing and dark that this could have gone the opposite direction, but they still needed better overall like story. They needed something to carry this. And that's what they didn't have. The characters were just, as we always say, they were unremarkably mad decent.
Yeah,
they were so mad.
And what a well put.
Like I high key, and I don't even remember his name, but the only character I thought was like this was really cool was the silver eyes dude. I was like, that was a kind of a dope moment in seeing him go through that and stuff like that. Kid. But then everything else was like, these characters are just a little pretentious or they're annoying. Yep. They're not anything special. I don't care. And then Gojo's write-off. He has some mystery to him, right? But it's not enough, in my opinion, to be invoking yet. And I hate to say it, I would almost rather just read it than watch it. Because if I can read it, I can speed through it, see what I like and what I hate. And then I move on with my life and do something else entirely.
Yeah, it did. And it ended it ended like it's supposed to be coming back next season. So
of course it's going to, because outside of us, right? It's going to be loved. It's going to be extremely well received. And I have seen some people other than you say they were also bored, though. I'm not going to lie. I did see someone else say they were bored with it. And it was like, other than this, like, this is exactly what I saw. Other than this opening scene when like he splits the like clouds and stuff and kind of saves her. Dude said, other than that scene, he has been bored.
Yeah, it's sad.
And how do you make it through 12 episodes and that was the only scene that made you excited?
Right. And then the one at the end it's not enough. And then where it stops, it's like it stops at a point where it's like, oh, now something's about to happen, but it's over. So it's like, I kind of don't care that much anymore. Like it's like when you dangle a carrot in front of a treat in front of a dog too long, right? You dangle the treat in front of a dog too long while they're so infatuated with this treat. I need that treat. Give me that treat. But then you start to go 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. All right, I don't want it anymore. And they just go do something else. It's like
by the time you put it in their face, they literally won't even touch it.
Yeah, anymore. It's whatever. it's whatever. So that was slightly disappointing this season. But to move on, I did finish Farmer Life in Another World, my favorite chill anime. It was more chillness, more absurd, retrospective, overpowered character, but he just is super dope. It's just a super cozy anime. Every Monday I turned it on, more excited to watch that. And mind you, and Farming Life in Another World too, nothing going on in it whatsoever. But it's just the coziness of the progression of this town, this little village. It was so fun, entertaining to me that I was happy to watch it every time I saw it on my list, on any list. Like, okay, I'm ready to go. And now back to anything else that finished that we watched together. Let's see here.
What did finish? Wait a second.
That one, the strongest apparently is not a hero or a sage, but an appraiser provisional that finished.
Oh, brother, that fell off of me. I did not want to watch that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Damn, I finished it.
Okay. I was sure I was just gonna binge that one at the end.
It was awful. Always a Catch, really fucking good. So shout out to that one. Turned out to be very special as well. You didn't watch that, so that's move on from there. I guess that's it. Really? Yeah, that's it. Everything else finishes next week, so I'm excited for that next week. Actually, does? Oh no, this doesn't. Oh, it does finish next week. Classroom of the Elite 4th season.
Yeah,
that's gonna be fun.
This week's episode is also good.
Very good. God, I can't wait to get more of that.
Just stop messing with Iona Koji. That's all I'm saying.
You can't do nothing with him. I don't know why they even try.
When he showed you he got that dog in him, I'm just saying, leave him alone. He showed you.
Well said. All right, let's get into some of the listeners that missed last week's deadline on the summer anime preview. We got Kilo. Kilo says, I don't have my glass. Oh, they're right here. Perfect. He says, I'm late, but I'm here now. And boy, the fucking summer is cooking. Mad good shows coming out, but I surely won't have enough time to get through most of them. So I'm going to keep the list doable and short. Most anticipated, Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You, and Ghost in the Shell. Sleepers. He chose more than one sleeper. So if you could do me a favor. Good job. If you could do me a favor and pull up a coin flipper. And then I'm not going to say which one is which. But here, I'm going to read them first. Young Ladies Don't Play Fighting Games and Chain Smokers Cat. And I'm going to say this one is that. Okay, so flip a coin.
Tails.
Young Ladies Don't Play Fighting Games is your sleeper pick.
Good choice.
A movie / OVA, One Piece Heroine, and Shubuyugi. I cannot believe Shubuyugi is a movie. That's interesting. And he says, you already know I'll be watching Clevitas season 2, and I will be watching Jobless and Elusive Samurai new season, but I'm still trying to catch up watching their last season currently. Hurry up. Please, Kilo. And he also says Knicks in 5. Yeah. Hey, listen. Last week I said I didn't want the Knicks to win because they're an insufferable fan base, but I have to recant that. And the only reason why I'm recanting that is because we were just as bad in 2016. Like, Cleveland was awful when it came to coming back down 3-1. Rightfully so, though. Yeah. We had the right to be awful. And then it was the first thing we won in 50-something years. So you do your thing, man. Be excited for the Knicks. I'm excited for
I'm going to say this. I'm a Wemby fan, but I've been in New York more than I've been to San Antonio. So
yeah, true. And it's funny because you live in Texas now. Dad Needs to Talk says, yo, I've been away from Discord for like a month because life and these kids keeping me mad busy. So the summer preview snuck up on me, but I'll keep this short. I'm excited for a lot of the returning shows like Clevitas and Trapped in a Dating Sim. Yes. My sleeper will be The World is Dancing. Seems like a nice mix between Elusive Samurai and Akane Bashi with the performing arts stuff, and it looks beautiful. He says the most anticipated shows, Jaguar, I hate saying that title, but Jaguar, A Witch in Mongolia, and Smoking Behind the Supermarket. I haven't been able to keep up with much lately, but I'm definitely curious to see which shows will pop out and be a surprise for the community, as we all are.
Right?
As we all are.
Yeah, actually, The World is Dancing. I don't think that's one I saw.
Me either. Let's look that up. Because I don't. There it is. Oh, wait. Manga from. No, that's not it. It can't be it, right?
The World is Dancing releases in 6 days, 8 hours.
Yep. World is Dancing. Born into a life of acting and dance with a traveling theater trope in the 14th century Japan, 12-year-old Aniyasha has one problem. He doesn't know what the point of any of this is. Why must I step with the left foot here instead of the right? Why is the one performance good and another bad? Why do people dance at all? It all seems perfectly arbitrary until the chance encounter in a rundown shack sets him down the path to revolutionizing the art form and influencing much of Japanese culture to come. A fictionalized account of the early life of Zani Makikyo Oniyashi, the founder of the modern Noah Theater, the world's oldest surviving theater art. This coming-of-age artist journey vividly brings to life a man far ahead of his time. Oh, there's more. Far ahead of his time during Japan's most culturally and socially vibrant eras. Okay. I'm going to let Tel watch that first.
It literally looks like a Lucifer Samurai.
Well, it looks exactly like it. Holy smoly.
The trailer is crazy. It literally looks almost identical, like a damn near 1-to-1.
Whoa.
This MC might as well be
the elusive samurai himself.
Mm-hmm. What was the studio? Let's see. Studio Psychic.
Studio Psychic. What do they do? Oh, they got that one popular one that's coming out next spring. Mm-hmm. And that's it. Wow. That has me curious. I'm gonna let Tel watch it first though, and he'll tell me if it's.
They have some. The producers are pretty. Oh, I guess that's not gonna give us too much.
Nah, yeah, producers just the money people.
Yeah, honestly, it's not gonna give us too much on that.
They're the money folk.
I'll happily watch it.
Yeah, it sounds like something you'll be very much into too. And if you say it's good and it's worth my time, because you know my taste better than anybody, then I'll give it a try.
For sure, brother.
Because what I want to do is, and hear me out, Tel. What I want to do is I want to keep my list reasonable, albeit it's still 30 shows. I find that to be a little bit more reasonable, so I can still watch other things. Like there's so much I still want to catch up on my list.
Here's the issue, bro. If your list was 40, you'd be like, that's still reasonable.
Nah, 40 is a lot.
I've seen you see 40 and be like, I can make that work. Did you make it work? It's some stuff you hated before the season was over.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That was a rough season. I've seen you
make 40 work.
But I can't make 40 work and add the shows that I'm trying. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Stuff in the backlog that I want to get through. So that's tough. That's a tough one. Oh, Angel Next Door Spoils Me Ride 2 was done. I almost forgot about that. How could I forget about it? More incredibleness. I need more ASAP.
Let me see.
Yeah, I don't see a season 3 yet. I'm sure our Discord will let us know when there's a season 3. Make sure you join our Discord because our community keeps us up to date on all the stuff that be coming out via Twitter. Like that. Yeah, they're dope. They know we ain't gonna be on no Twitter.
I've been trying to use Threads.
Yeah, I noticed that. Which is nice.
It's a little more chill. I ain't seen no arguments or nothing yet. So
I can vibe with that. So yeah. What you think about Angel Next Door Spoils Me Ride 2? Did you finish it?
Nope. I'm gonna binge it.
Oh, you are a disgrace to anime podcasting.
It's not true, but I'll take the insult. I'll take the lash.
It's the greatest show ever. My wife is done with it. Come on, man.
It's the greatest show ever.
It's so good. It's so fucking.
You gonna say that to my face?
No, it's obviously I'm being facetious.
You got a rim behind you.
I'm being facetious, but it is indeed very special. And what I like about it the most is just how often do we get just a relationship? When we do, we always point it out at how special it is. You know, we don't really get that often. So,
well, I'm going to finish it next week, and for next week's podcast, and I'm going to tell you this: I know it's going to affect how I review.
Oh, because next week, I guess we should make the announcement now. Next week is the review of. Wait, I don't think Crystal even watched that. I gotta see. I love Annie List for exposing all of our friends and on what they watching or not.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised because I haven't heard her say anything about him being added to her list of kids. I made friends with the second prettiest girl in my class at the show that we are reviewing, for those of you who are unaware. Yeah, she's not my following list. King Teliano, Fear, me, and Mikeru are all people watching it. But Crystal isn't. And this is this is
right up her alley.
Right up her alley. Like Gals Can't Be Kind to Otaku Alley, but it's like even, I think, me personally, spoilers for the review, I find this to be a more engaging show. While Gals is great. It's another great one this season. But it's not, it's a feel good story. Like it's just nice and, feel good. This has everything. This has all the beats, very unique in the way that it tells the story. It's beautiful. So Crystal, sorry, you get a chance. Binge this one. I need the crystal threads in our Discord.
While you at work.
While you at work. I need all that because this is one that we have to review. And I would love to get her thoughts.
Let's put in the chat now. Where we at? Let's go to general.
So
we're gonna at Crystal.
Ooh. He's on the live on the show.
Live right now.
She gonna be confused. Make it vague.
You need to binge.
Don't even say the title. Blank, blank, blank.
Hold on. Yeah, I was gonna say, how do I do the
was it shift? Yeah, you go.
Yeah. Boom. All right. Hold on, I'm gonna drop the link.
Don't drop the link. No. Keep it vague. Keep it vague.
You need to binge the anime we talking about.
There it is. This is so weird for everybody else listening to the podcast. That
it is, but I'm sorry.
It's great. No, I love it.
And I'm gonna put thank you.
Join the Discord, discord.miccheckWaifu.com. You can use the mobile app or you can just use your internet browser. Don't matter. But yeah, here you go. There you go. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, podcast listeners. I know that wasn't fair. This is great. Okay. But yeah, that review is gonna be next week. I'm very much excited for that. This is gonna be fun. Okay, now let's get into the show of the topic that we are of last week's topic, right? When passion hurts your story.
Yes.
So
what made you want to bring this one back?
So what made me bring this back was we had a few people from 2 weeks ago that commented on the thread on our Discord on this episode. And I thought it was very interesting and that it made me want to talk about it. So let's start off with Crystal. Crystal says to go back to the topic of the community in this episode. I'm not too deep in the anime spaces anymore. I don't think I've ever fully was when I was a part of the Black Anime Twitter space back in the day. But it's interesting to hear that the parasocial issues are happening in other areas of the media / entertainment, because I see it all the time in other forms of entertainment. I watch specifically the Thai boy love community, but it's horrific over there. I'm just glad, like this space, I found people that have common sense and know how to touch grass. So I guess I should preface it. I didn't preface it properly. I apologize. But it's when passion hurts your story. So when you're so passionate about something that it actually affect your mental health, or the community is so passionate about your artwork that they, kind of try to run you out or try to dictate how you do your passion. Mm-hmm. So that was where the topic landed. But we kind of talked
more or
about
less turning you from the influencer to the influenced.
Exactly. Trying to essentially control you in a sense. Mm-hmm. But she says also it's the author you mentioned, which is the author of Rent a Girlfriend. We talked about that a couple of weeks ago because that's where this topic mainly spurred from. The level of attachment made me uncomfortable as fuck. I have shows that I'm attached to because they help me get through hard times, but not to this extent. That level of Delulu is frightening, she says. And it is very scary. And for context on that one, is the author of Rent a Girlfriend literally draws Chisei, which is his main female protag, in his everyday life, a part of his life. He even introduces her as his girlfriend. And that author decided to do that and make the main character of his own manga basically become a loser, never get with this Chisei girl 380 chapters into the series because he's infatuated with her. And because he don't want to share. Because you don't want to share. It's such a weird situation that it just makes everybody uncomfortable. So that's what brought that topic on. But I mean, to go back to the anime community, this goes to I think did you see this topic? The Gacha Akata creator left Twitter because people in the quote unquote black space was angry at her for something she said that she didn't realize was, a problem. Did you see that conversation?
No.
It's so so much toxicity when it comes to that show in particular, because she is very vocal about her art. She doesn't let anybody control what she does. She doesn't let anybody ship her characters the way they want to ship them, or, you know, dictate on how she draw, or even let the racists discount her art when it came to her black characters, and how she was very prominent about them being an influence into her art, and which was great. But something happened where it made the black community mad. Not going to go into details of it because I don't know what it is, because I'm not on Twitter, but I did see it on TikTok. And she left Twitter because she was getting bombarded by a bunch of people about what she did. And it was our people. And again, even in our community, the black community, or just anime community, period. I'm just going to talk in pure generals, because this is everybody in the anime community gets so attached to that art to the point where they do stuff like this to the artists. Like, yes, the Rent-A-Girlfriend author is weird. We could say that. But if somebody do something you don't like, you don't have the right to tell them how to do their art. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Just that simple. You don't have to vocally abuse anybody or call somebody out and completely bully them, literally try to bully them, because literally that's what before this shit became mainstream and cool, what we've dealt with. Literally anybody that liked anime, well, not us, but people in general. Like, it's very discouraging to see, and it hurts the community you're a part of, because now people don't want to be a part of it because they see the kind of toxicity you bring. Right.
And I'm gonna say this as an artist, right? Art has for millennia. I'm saying millennia because over 1,000 years has been purposed as, in some ways, to create outrage. If you see art and it doesn't make you feel something, is it art?
Yes.
I agree. But what I'm saying is that there are some people who are going to be outraged by what you see. You and I might see something and be like, that's just cool. Somebody else is going to see it as like, why is it like this? Well, it's because you have to think about it now. Okay, you specifically have to think about it. You and I, Polo, may have already processed it and been like, oh, this is dope. Somebody else might see it and they think, they're like, I don't understand it, I don't get it, and it might create some outrage within them. And to me, that's just a sign of good art sometimes. It could be objectively bad, like how when they tried to make Sonic the Hedgehog in the first Sonic movie. That was objectively bad. But
I think what the difference is like between valid criticism. You know, I don't like Attack on Titan because the characters became dry as cardboard. And then you shouldn't do this. This is wrong. Deku should be with Bakugo, or, you know, whatever weird shit that the community come up with.
And that's what I'm going to get to, is that a conversation and bullying are not the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? If art creates conversation, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
If
good
it
point.
Makes you think, if it gives you if it puts you in a state of cognitive dissonance, even.
Yeah.
Like, if you are wondering to yourself, is this okay? That's art. That is good art, in my opinion. I don't want to, me personally, this is just me personally. I don't really feel like I want to personally go see art that doesn't put me in a state of cognition. That's me personally.
Yeah.
But also, I find art to be peaceful when it does that. So that's just me. But some people don't like that, and that's when they start bullying people. Why does this art make me feel this way? So now I have to bully the artist. And sadly, it does come from our community sometimes. And I always say this. When you are a person who has always been subjected to something, why subject others to it? You've always been put underneath this umbrella and you've experienced this all your life, and you want to go and push it on somebody else. Yeah, that doesn't make you good. That doesn't make you good.
Unbelievable. Well said. Yeah, again, it goes back to what Crystal said. I'm just glad we have us. And what I mean by that is not me and you, obviously. We have each other. We always have each other forever. But I mean the community as a whole, the Mic Check Waifu community side of it. Because this little niche community, little pocket dimension that we got over here is...
domain expansion.
Yeah, it's so special. Like I feel relatively close to the people we talk with in our Discord multiple times, and even the people listening, I'm sure they feel relatively close to us because you come back to listening to us and knowing our sense of taste and everything we got going on is even sometimes what we have going on in our life. And if you're a Patreon supporter, you know even more than most people. So it's like this little pocket, and I would love for it to grow bigger. I love it where it's at now. It's a special, very, very special place. Now let's go to TK. TK does gardening this week. He says, on the main topic of the show, as a creator, you can't be so invested in your work that you reach to the point of enmeshment. Enmeshment. Sorry. the E and N and M and E and N and M and E fuck me up. It always fucks me up. But I understand that most artists
see an enemy.
Exactly. I understand that most artists and creators see their work as their baby/children and then feel a certain level of affection and responsibility to those works. However, there is a limit, and some surpass that limit to the point where their work is no longer resembles the originally set it out to be. A great example of this is the current isekai slap trend. The vast majority of these MCs are just self-inserts of the mangaka to feel better about themselves / their lives. And the stories reflect that. Most of them feature MCs that are losers that magically get all the power, fame, girls, and riches they want without really having to even struggle for them. As a consumer, I know that the artists and the creators have a plan for their work that doesn't personally include me and my sensibilities. So when / if they take their work somewhere I wasn't expecting, I don't take it personal. I may dislike how it ends, AOT, Bunny Drop, and Lazarus, for examples, but I don't go out of my way to show that. And then he says, Tanya the Evil. We will get to that a little bit later. And he says, community topic. I decided to be more active in communities I'm in, so this question is ironic. I grew up with almost no anime community except for the short time between 5th and 7th grade when I ran an unauthorized Beyblade and Yu-Gi-Oh! Dueling betting leagues. That's interesting. After that was over, I didn't have any anime slash
unauthorized.
You're right. After that was over, I didn't have any anime / nerd communities at all. I did try to start an anime manga club in my local library when I worked there around 2017, but it didn't last long because a lot of people were just still afraid of openly being into any manga. And he says, now most of my community is online, so I'm trying to stay up to date with them, with everything folks are on. Between Discords, Twitch channels, TikTok, Twitter, and Blue Sky, it's a lot to keep up with, but I'm enjoying myself for the first time in a long time. This includes y'all, by the way. To be able to create and conduct an anime / nerd space without the usual toxicity is to be commended, and I truly want to give y'all flowers for that. Thank you so much, TK. You to go. I mean, you've given us more than enough, but we appreciate that. Two things.
Well. Mm-hmm. So 100%, it is a valid thing to say, hey, if I dislike something, even if I liked how it started and it didn't go the direction I liked it, I wanted it to go, it's valid to say I'm not gonna go out of my way to say anything negative about it. But I view going out of your way to say something negative in a couple of different ways, right? I wouldn't go at Horikoshi and be like, I hate how this show ended. I wouldn't go at Okibo and be like, I hated how Fire Force ended. Or you know what I mean? I wouldn't do that. But would I say that like Twin Star Exorcist, favorite manga of all time? I hate that anime. I hate that anime so much.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna at the creator of it, but I will make sure anyone who listens to this podcast and they mention Twin Star Exorcist, I will tell you to your face, to your friend's face, to your mom's face, to your dad's face.
Yeah.
Please don't watch that.
And
read it. This story is so much better. It's so much more endearing. That kind of thing. But I don't think that is. I think that having an opinion about it and voicing it isn't inherently bad unless you start imposing it.
Yes. And I think that's the key word is imposing it. When you start to tell people you don't do this, it should be this, and you're spamming it like, if you don't get it your way, very narcissistically if you don't get it your way, then it's the highway for you, or you hate them, or death threats and all that psycho activity that you see on the internet because people are behind keyboards. That is where it gets a little too much. I think what he said about the isekai slap trend and the vast majority of the MCs being the the artists kind of implanting themselves, because they were probably shut-ins or, whatever the case may be needs to fit themselves in the characters. I respect that. I definitely do. But it's also, I think it's because that culture, that side, Japan, has a lot of those people who don't have these outlets that we have now. And I even think it's still to this day, like if you're an otaku in Japan, you're still shut out of society, essentially, unfortunately. So as popular as it is over here, it's not the same over there. So they do give the people who they're writing that show for, they give the people that outlet to express themselves, to feel like, this is my character, this is who I want to be, because that's kind of where they are, right? Like this is just that society over there. So if it helps people gain the confidence in their society, it could also be a double-edged sword, as we talked about all the time, where it could be people get so attached to it to where they think it could be them, or they find a way, like Crystal said, to help them through the tough times of them being the loner, they're by themselves, and they can go home and they can turn on Sao and they can become Kirito, or they can live vicariously through him and feel good about themselves. And that's okay too.
Yeah. And I hate to say this, right? Like in response, like, how the Gachakuda thing was with her going off of X or whatever. Yeah. I hate to say it, but high key / low key, because it's really actually low key. Bring back pen names.
Yeah, most of them do. Yep.
Because it's like, I hate to say that fame puts you underneath a spotlight, and we are so heavily parasocially attached to like
the things
what we
love.
See on our screens, that it's like we have to get more. We got to voice our opinions, and like I said, we appreciate y'all in the community. We love that it's y'all here. If it was 1,000 and more of y'all, we would still love y'all. But when you do get all of those eyes on you, you know what I mean? You get so many more people scrutinizing, so many more people uplifting even, right? You know what I mean? Because they're going to uplift, they're going to scrutinize. Some people might get a big head, say, I got 1,000 people right now telling me I'm doing everything I need to do. And then it's like only 2 people telling me the truth of like, yo, we hate that you do the format this way, and we need you to bring it back to the old way, because those might be the people who were here the longest,
right? And
have seen the changes. And fame almost it skews the perspective in which is like, what is the reality versus the truth? Are some of these people actually telling me what might be best? And are some of these people actually just both boosting me up? And what, you as an artist, when you get that big, you do genuinely have to separate yourself and say, I really can't look at feedback anymore.
Yeah.
And I only feedback I have to take is from those who I designate as trusted individuals. You know what I mean? Instead of saying, you can't look at your community and say, these are my trusted individuals. You got to look at people you designate and say, those are my trusted individuals.
And I know this is hard to do.
Polo is a trusted individual for me.
Yeah. I know this is hard to do for most artists, because this is where they probably, in their particular cases, they don't need this platform. And the platform I'm referring to is X, right? Twitter. You don't need that platform. Now is the time to not be there. If you're bigger than needing to be on social media, you don't need TikTok, or you don't need X, you don't need Twitter. Staying away from that place is the best thing for not only your mental health, but the health of your art too. Because while I don't think the creator is influenced by what they say, because she clearly is not. She tells people that all the time, or told people that all the time. You don't need to be there to see the disgusting cesspool that is Twitter, where it has no moderation whatsoever anymore. And it's purely like people who are literally behind photos of nothing, anime art or whatever have you, saying whatever the fuck they want as harshly as they possibly can to try to get under anybody's skin. And that is why it's the worst place to be. And it's like, you don't need it. They don't need it. So staying away from there is the best thing to do for artists, I think, personally. I know we kind of like, we have a lot of listeners, a lot of great listeners, and I'm thankful for that. I don't think there's going to be a way we get above where we are now because of the way we just don't promote on social media anymore, particularly X. And I'm cool with that, but it's just, you cannot let that be the place you spend most of your time. And I think that's what it boils down to be honest.
Right. And we will continue our word of mouth only, because I only share with people I meet in real life. I don't really, mind you, we could talk about the podcast outside of the podcast more. Yeah. But all we rely on is y'all to share. So if y'all have a friend that y'all think might like it, that's it. That's all it really is, because that's the best form of advertisement. Yeah. Somebody you trust. And you trust us in our anime takes and opinion. So
yeah, because I remember it was Rob Stone who said he came from a Reddit post that I believe I can't remember his name. Jamal from Getting the Mecca podcast, I think, posted us on Reddit, and he mentioned his podcast and our podcast and a few other podcasts, and I think that's where Rob Stone found us. And that's exactly how we want it to be. We want it to grow organically. What I do love, though, is when we did get our first initial boost and getting, all these people listening, we started to get feedback, and it wasn't all perfect. It wasn't all 5 stars. We got a couple of 2 stars here and 2 stars. And that's when I knew we made it. When you started to see that kind of stuff too. We still get comments on our Spotify sometimes that I just go back and I just look at them like, oops, sorry for missing that. But again, it doesn't hurt my feelings or anything like that when you give us the feedback or anything like that. I don't want people to be so attached to where it hurts them. That's what I am saying basically throughout this entire conversation. TK, I love the fact that you're in different communities. Be careful on Twitter. Okay. If you got to be more so on Blue Sky, be more on Blue Sky. If you got to be more so on Threads, be on Threads. Just be careful on Twitter, because it will send you down a rabbit hole of bot activity, of literally pure disgust and
the worst things you can see.
Yeah. It's awful. It's an awful place to be. But again, even if you're like Crystal, the BL community, I'm so glad you don't let that affect you either. Just stay service level with that community and enjoy your shows. You
would think, and you would think that if you didn't like that, maybe you just wouldn't engage with it. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I don't mess with the BL.
And that's okay.
Why am I gonna go over here and pick with people?
And it's just period. How I'm pretty sure it's the same way it is for people in any community, right? Where the boy love artist guy person shipped the person with a person you didn't like.
Oh, another guy?
Yeah, a different guy from the guy that you originally wanted him to be with. And you're upset about that. Instead of being toxic towards the author for doing it, just say you didn't like it and move on to the next one. You know what I'm saying? There's just ways you could discuss what you don't like about it and still be a reasonable human being.
I don't know, man. That's a lot of work to be reasonable. What would I be reasonable for?
Exactly. But I'm glad. Thank y'all so much for mentioning this and talking about this topic with us. It's a lot. It's always so much more fun to have y'all conversations and a part of it. So thank you for that. It means the world to us. But again, if you have any thoughts of ideas or anything like that, feel free to share it in our Discord. Ain't nobody gonna judge you. We might poke fun, be silly about it, but nobody's really seriously judging you here.
That's not true. We have an antagonist button.
We do, but that antagonist button is specifically for the things we hate about it, not the artist that created it. See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
Oh, brother.
I need to find where that antagonist button is so I can cue it up again whenever I need it.
You need that thing locked and loaded.
I know. I can't remember which button it is. It's one of these buttons, but I digress. All right, Tel. Let's get to know my check waifu and then go into some spoiler talk of ReZero. And what else? What else you want to spoil today?
Yeah, I'm already on the coin flip, so I'm about to do the random number generator too.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
We should also do We gotta do Saga of Tanya Evil.
Oh, okay. We'll do Saga of Tanya Evil. Okay.
I got 59.
59 is Rero.
47.
Who is your favorite anime protagonist?
Okay.
What a great question. And it's easily to say what our number one protagonist is because it's our number one anime. And the reason why, for me, the reason why I'm gonna say it's Subaru, and you might have a different reason, is because I think that is the perfect ReZero is the perfect explanation as to what I like about anime, and that is visual and physical, and it was not even necessarily. No, it's mentally, emotionally, and a character growth that you can see. That feels valid. That feels strong. That has a stepping stone to it. That is purely tangible. There it is. That's the word I was looking for this entire time. Tangible growth of a character. And that is the definition of what I like in my anime. That has to be there in my anime for me to enjoy it. A character with some kind of growth. Second pretty girl in my class. Spoilers for next week. That's another show that has great tangible character growth that I think is very strong. And that's on both sides. Protagonist, girl and bro protagonist. So that is very important to me.
You done?
Yep.
All right. I feel like Natsuki Subaru is an easy way out. So I want to say I agree with everything Polo said, and that's easy for me to. I would just say yes, that right. I am going to offer a secondary option for just a character I really like, and I felt like the character had a lot going on in the show that made them great. But Shinei Nouzen, aka the Reaper from '86. Mm-hmm. Yeah, brother. I just had to. Natsuki Subaru is the GOAT. I love him. And even with this season, I'm just like, man, everything he's going through is so much. And I love it. And it makes me want to. It's so easy to just say that. So I would say, like I said, Natsuki Subaru is number one. But Shinei Nouzen, everything that he went through, and then eventually to get to the end to where he literally is.
No spoilers.
Okay, yes. Yeah, 86.
You want to talk about character growth? That's another. Everything that I said is equal to what that is. What Tel said. It's but in a different way, right? Like there's okay. You can look at it like this. It's a seesaw. So Natsuki Subaru goes from this useless kind of basic surface level character to having some depth. Shin from 86 goes from having the depth to kind of loosening a bit. That's all I'm gonna say to that. But it is more. It's the opposite. It's like the opposite roles. They like going across the lanes to the opposite side of each other's like lane when it comes to character growth. That's a wonderful answer, by the way. Great answer. That is a really good answer. Okay. Now let's go to Saga the Tanya of Evil. Saga of Tanya the Evil. There it is. I got it. This is episode 4 through 6. Again, the world opened up at 6. So the world is starting to get bigger at 6. I'm starting to know, who's who. But this is giving very Nazi. Very, very, excuse me for saying, for using that word to our EU friends. This is giving very that. Like it's kind of uncomfortable there a little bit.
Yes.
Towards the end.
Yeah, because they basically say everything but that, right?
Yeah.
Everything but that.
Like the Empire feels like the bad guys.
Yes.
100%. Especially after what I think is 5, where they sent her to go kill these people who are not technologically as savvy as their side, and they're just a small little group, and they just fucking, I mean, they just absolute decimate these poor people. I mean, these poor people look like they might as well have been using fucking slingshots. It was so sad. I'm like, God, he's like, oh, get down here, you cowards, come fight it. And they're just fucking raining hell down, and it's just this one platoon, which is dope that they formed this platoon, by the way. I like the way they formed this platoon. Is this purely mobile platoon that she gave them the idea of doing. And they're moving just with the authority and the tenacity of a fucking lion. It's great.
Atrociousness. They are violent.
Yeah, very vicious. And dude, at the end of 6, when she destroyed that cabin, oh my gosh, she basically nukes the cabin from a mile away. They're sitting there trying to decode what she got going on. And she's like, and then it's just gone. Everything's just gone. And then they go finish him off. It's like, God damn.
Mind you, while reciting prayers.
Right. Of a God she don't believe in.
Of a God she don't believe in. Which, the show itself, I agree, is very cool. But also 100% Nazi. They give that from the, and I'm gonna say they gave it from the jump, but it does get more apparent as you get further in.
So when you watch it, you don't first think that, and I'm gonna tell you why. I don't think that. I think it's okay. It's this other world that we know nothing about, and they seem to fight for something. Okay, you don't know what that something is. They seem to fight for something. And then literally 4 or 5 episodes in, it's like, we're the Empire.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we're just the Empire. And it is just like, from there on, purely propaganda Nazism. Again, sorry for saying that word again.
Blonde hair, blue eye.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, it's peculiar. It's a peculiar thing. But
I can't wait to see what you think going further.
I was really fighting myself to not continue on. But I'm like, if I continue on, I'm going to get everything that I watched so far all mixed up with the stuff that comes later, and I don't want to fuck that up. So I decided I have to push ahead.
You're so ready. I know it. I know you are.
Yeah, I'm loving her character, though, and the way she's moving. The sound is just so fucking good. And the dub, man, the dub has me invested hard.
I never heard the dub before we did this rewatch. So I've been loving this dub.
Shout out to Monica Ryle. She's the voice of Tanya, the evil, again, the voice of was it Rize in Tokyo Ghoul? Girl. Rize. Fucking, she's phenomenal. Her range is insane. So and then everybody else around her, it's like you got the guy from Attack on Titan who gave the speech. It was the guy with the glasses. It's like, it's a lot of great voice actors that I'm like, okay, this is fucking fantastic. So I'm praying that it's dubbed when it comes out, but it probably won't be.
I feel like it's big enough to where they could.
100% should be. But you know what? It also makes me nostalgic because at the beginning of this, it shows the Funimation little logo. I'm like, man, I miss Funimation. Funimation was the truth. It still is. Damn Crunchyroll.
All right. So what are we hitting? ReZero?
Yeah.
All right, brother.
Would
Amelia. Go ahead.
Okay. Would you allow me to? Because I watched the Annie News. The cut content.
Okay, go ahead.
So it's not going to be anything spoilery. But would you allow me to say something that he said that pissed me off?
Oh, he pissed you off. Go ahead.
He didn't piss me off, but it pissed me off what he said. He said that he starts off the video saying, no, he did not get his memory back. I was fucking heated. I was pissed.
But, yeah, I'm gonna say this. I didn't get that though. I didn't think that he did.
I did.
And I only say that.
Not that I said I think that he did. I hoped that it was that. I was in denial.
Well, I'm only saying that because in season 1, remember when he got his resolve and he was like, I'm gonna remember everything that happened and I'm gonna make it through. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's the same thing.
It's the exact same thing. You're right.
I hate to say it.
You're exactly right.
We just started back over.
We knew though. We knew that that's the case. But when you watching it and it ends like that, our hope.
You feel it in your heart.
Yep.
You're like, I want this. I want this.
I want him to have it. It's not what it is, of course.
When he woke up, I was like, this is still Subaru that we have currently with no memories. And I hope, I still want to get his memories back, but I am, mind you, Amelia gave that speech.
She gave her REM speech.
What he said, and I was like, oh, my heart. Mind you, like you said earlier, with Natsuki Subaru, all the depth that we gained through this, right? And mind you, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this with my whole chest.
You about to say what I think you're about to say.
Not only did we lose the depth of the Subaru that we had, we gained a whole new depth for what Subaru is.
The Subaru that went through when he first got to this world, this is nothing compared to what this Subaru is going through now.
Yes.
And I mean that from the bottom of my heart to the top of my soul.
It changes immediately, right?
Yep.
Because the Subaru that we initially got, he got dropped in, and it was like happy-go-lucky.
Yep. He got a chance for it to breathe.
Immediately got dropped into hell.
Yep.
If you know what I mean? He immediately got dropped into hell
because you
didn't have a chance to figure it out.
Bro, it is important to state you got dropped into hell. Not only that, but you're dropped into this place with people you don't know. These are strangers, but they know you. They know who you were. But that who you were was 3 years of pure 4 years. Was it 4 years? 4 years, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, listeners, but it's 4 years of pure character growth that they got with you. Okay, I think it's like 3, whatever it is.
Yeah, I think 3.
It's something like that. So it's 3 years of character growth that you were not a part of. You're just that original guy who hated his life, who disappointed his parents, who wanted to stay as far away from his parents because he was such a disappointment to them, into this world with these people who know you completely different now, who watched you grow, who watched you get stronger, who watched you fight through countless battles, and you're just nobody. Because they're all relying on that Subaru that they've been relying on and you're gone. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's even worse than the original Natsuki Subaru coming in.
Mind you, not gone in a fashion in which like they don't even know how far gone he is. You know what I mean? Yep. Like yes, Amelia knows, but let's say he dies right now, starts back over from the beginning. They have no idea how far gone the Subaru they knew is.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
You're right.
It's going to be a front here for it. If that makes sense. It's a facade going forward of him just going along with it because he realizes that these people care for him and this is all he currently has. Outside of this room, he don't even know what this world look like. Mm-hmm. He don't even know what the world look like, bro. Are you serious?
Yep.
I'm sorry. I'm dropping stuff on my desk. That's what's killing me. Same. When he leaves this world, mind you, he knows what that sand look like.
Yep.
That's it.
That's all he know. That's all he know.
That's intense.
It's so hard because go ahead.
The only thing I can say is they can all die. He can read all of their books and he can get those memories, right? And then when he dies and comes back, he'll have a semblance of the memories, but he has never actually lived those memories, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's never lived those memories. And he's still, while he's still like morally and in nature, he's still Subaru. You know what I mean? He still kind of has the same actions, the same movements and thought mentality about him. You know, the same mentality about him. Yeah. But without that character development, a lot of it is still weird because he doesn't even know how to talk to Amelia the way he used to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
The flirtation out the window. You know what I mean?
Yep. The date that they went on, him helping her through her toughest time and during her trial, gone.
Even how he cares for Betty.
Yep.
Entirely different.
That pisses me off so much.
How he talks to Ram, he just straight up like, I don't care if you can kill me. I don't care.
Yeah.
Ram.
Yeah. He doesn't know who Ram is.
Over there knocked out. Why do I care?
You know what I mean?
It's like.
So, but
Not
okay.
even. Yeah.
Allow me to go bring some positivity into this conversation. The good note, if we can call it that, is that
Positivity.
The good note is that we know that gluttony is here. We know that in order to bring this tower back into some semblance of fucking normalcy, I hope, is to get rid of gluttony. Guess what getting rid of gluttony does? Brings back his memories, gets Julius back his existence, brings Rim back. So, and hopefully, I don't know, because again, nothing I watch is give me any spoilers on anything. Just the cut content that happens in the not light novel versus the show. Mind you, if that happens, if gluttony's done here, we got a lot of problems, issues, major issues resolved. You know?
Yeah, you know what issue we have?
What?
Shaula is a fucking scorpion.
Yeah. I mean, that's what she said she said that at the beginning of it when we met her. That was insane.
Yeah. I hate to say, I do feel like Subaru's gonna die again.
Oh, probably a bunch more times.
Well, in 50 days, right? And
50 days.
I hope, I hate to say it, but I hope to God that he does exactly what I said. He reads the books. And the only thing I can hope for, and this is one of the things, oh my God, when Stella came up and started hugging him.
Ugh, it made me so uncomfortable.
And mind you, she's saying, I love you. And to me, in my head, I'm listening to it in headphones like this, right? She's saying, I love you, I love you, I love you. And in my headphones, all I'm hearing is Estella, 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 Estella. I was like, there's no way she's saying I love you. And that's what she's saying. And then Amelia shows up. Amelia is literally the last one standing with him. Which I don't think that can stand. You know what I mean?
Do you think the tower is attached to Natsuki's emotions? I know that's
yes.
kind of a reach. Right? Yeah.
Well, no, I don't think it's a reach because he is so well known already by Shaula.
Yeah, that's my thoughts. His
presence, right?
So the Shaula thing, and then when he starts to gain that resolve, the floor breaks. Mm-hmm. And that's when you start to see all of the memories come pouring through. The memories, that's what was so fucking misleading about what they did, because you saw everything that he's been through as he was falling down. And you could see it flashing before his eyes or whatever. So it was safe to assume that we thought that he got his memories back, but it's clear that he didn't. But
I do have and I only say because what they did though is they only show memories that he recently been through. You know what I mean?
No, it didn't.
They didn't. They show previous memories, because I thought only ones I saw was that he recently been through.
What was it, yesterday? I paused it. It was everything. It was from when he announced that he was a knight and he was doing this at the end of season 2, I believe it was, when he was talking to Roswell. Everything that it was all there. It just flashed so fast.
Yeah. So here's another question I have. Do you think Estella is like always? Is Estella always with Subaru?
Yeah. So what I think it is I think it's Return by Death. This is, again, I know spoilers. I know nothing. I truly know nothing. I think Return by Death is a piece of her authority. So the Return by Death is a piece of her authorities, which means that it's technically a piece of her with him all the time. That's why the hands and stuff be coming.
And we do know that, at least based on how he explained it, is that the Return by Death felt worse than actually being killed.
Yeah, I mean,
that's how they described it. He said it felt worse than actually being killed.
And that's how I assumed it too, because you could still feel the pain. Like you still felt everything when you wake up, essentially. Oh, it's just awful.
Well, I'm talking about how she does it, how she kills him. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. The squeeze.
Because we know that it goes around his heart and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I was also wondering with this, right? specifically because of how Estella and Amelia popped up, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you think in this specific scenario, do you think I feel like they are definitely like one and the same.
Yeah, I mean,
and to me, it made me feel even more so connected to that theory we talked about earlier in the season.
Yeah, like they was a part. They were like they know each other. Like he has to know her somehow.
Yeah,
he has to, because there's everything. What's crazy is that this kind of like it seems like it could be a foreshadowing to that theory, because of the simple fact is now he's new again with no memory. So what if that when he was new the first time? Yeah, maybe when he was new the first time, that wasn't his first time. Maybe he was new again a different time, because when he first came to this world,
for us,
it was just the first time for us as the viewers. So that theory is more and more seemingly have some type of resonance to it. Now, mind you, if you look at the comments of that video, even the manga readers have no idea if that's the case or not. So, or the light novel readers, sorry.
Yeah.
So, it's fucking crazy.
Why you look at the comment section? I hate you. Stop doing that.
The thing is nobody spoiled anything, because they don't know. It was literally a pure theory that is completely fresh. Like even like they didn't say anything. Mind you, they didn't even mention anything about the future or what's going to happen or anything. Like I know nothing other than what's happening right now, with a little bit of context from Annie News of what's been cut out of the light novel.
I just need him to get his memories back. That's all.
Me too, man.
I'll figure everything else the fuck out,
Me
bro.
too.
He just need to get memories back.
If Subaru get his memories back, it's gonna be the happiest day of my life, and I'm sad. And I'm sad that wasn't the case here, because me and my wife both jumped up. Like, yes.
I'm sad because why does that have to be a stipulation,
bro? And it's just something we never even thought about even being a possibility.
Why does that gotta be a stipulation, bro? Subaru get his memories back. Are you serious? And mind you, we knew this could happen. So let's go back before we end it, though. Let's go back to this. Now that we know that greed or gluttony is here, gluttony knows about return by death, obviously, because they have all of Subaru's memories. What how do we win if they know about? They could just kill him and it just starts all over. Well, the thing is that gluttony knows about return by death, but you also got to think about the fact that every time Subaru dies, gluttony has to assume that they already killed Subaru. You know what I mean? So if you have to assume that you've already killed him, the only thing you can assume is that he's coming up with a plan. So the only thing gluttony really can do is try and capture Subaru, and that's what I think the eating his memories is a capture of some sort, right? Which is the safest option for gluttony, because if gluttony continues to kill Subaru, then what?
I'm picking up what you're putting
Subaru
down.
Gets another chance. You feel me?
Yeah, because what's happening is I think, and this could be completely wrong, but I think gluttony is the one embedding the schizophrenia into Natsuki's brain,
right?
Because it's a part of him now, or gluttony is a part of him somehow, because of whatever book he read. So, yeah.
Because that's the only thing that makes sense to me. You know what I mean?
Whittle him down to completely nothing, to the point where he's mentally incapable of being anything.
Right.
You're right. That's the only way. And
the only way to beat Subaru is to cage Subaru, and him not having memories is a way of caging him. Damn. But I think Amelia is the break to that.
And they don't factor that.
He doesn't have to have his memories if she got him. You know what I mean?
Yep.
If everybody still treats Subaru like they love him because they got memories of him, then that's what it is.
And it's absolutely, like, I think, and this is just me giving me my personal opinion. I think gluttony won't show themselves because they would get dog walked by everybody that's there. That's not Natsuki.
Oh, yeah, it's a gang.
Yeah, like I think Julius a dog walk gluttony.
Echidna.
Yep. I think
Julius, Amelia.
Ram will fucking demolish.
Estrella dude.
Yep.
He's like, who are you? Shing, shing, shing. Get out of here.
With chopsticks. So that's why they're just trying to like slink around and be this slimy fucking gross slippery thing. Tell, I love this show so fucking much.
Same.
I'm at Polo Bornfly on social media.
I'm at King Taliano on social media.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel, like the video, and comment. And please subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's what we need to be trying to grow. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Share the YouTube anywhere you on your Twitter, on your Instagram, anywhere you listen to the show. Just share the show for us. We would greatly appreciate it. And as always, Mike.
You're now tuned into Mic Check Waifu Waifu.